This is Alan Bush with the Daily Financial Forecast for Thursday, February 16th. Starting out with the stock index futures, we did see some new highs in most of the major indices yesterday, and then another new round of highs in the NASDAQ this morning. It does look like earnings are coming in better than expected, with fourth quarter corporate earnings for S&P 500 companies now about 5.3% better than previously. Also, we are seeing the best earnings numbers since the third quarter of 2014. So nothing changing in our long-term view on stock index futures. We continue to look for higher prices. Moving over to the currencies, seeing the dollar index under some pressure for no apparent reason. In fact, most of the news that we did see was better than expected, including increasing prospects for the Fed to raise rates later this year. It could be that the dollar had approached levels that in the past prompted U.S. government officials to attempt to talk down the value of the U.S. dollar. So in any event, we continue to believe that the dollar index has topped, even though the Fed is still the only major central bank that is on track to raise interest rates this year. And in the interest rate futures markets, after 5 days of lower prices for the bonds, seeing higher prices today. However, we feel that any gains in the bonds should be used as selling opportunities since inflation globally is starting to increase. Wage inflation also here in the U.S. is beginning to show signs of increasing. So it is the inflation influence that will ultimately dominate to take the bonds lower. In fact, I would expect some new lows for the move within the next 6 weeks or so. So continue to trade bonds from the short side. Also, precious metals showing good gains today as inflation appears to be increasing globally. Also, geopolitical events likely to be a supportive factor. So we very much like the long side of gold and silver. Continue to trade those two from the long side. And this is a long-term trend, I think, that will persist for many months. So the bull market is here and will be sustained for precious metals. So good trading, everyone. And once again, remember, these are my opinions alone and are not the opinions of ADMIS or Archer Daniels Midland.